You're listening to Independent TV 7. Kindly click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get more notification. Thanks for watching. Breaking news: Federal government under fire for threatening to impose state of emergency in Anambra over insecurity. Federal government has said it will do everything in its power to ensure that election is held in Anambra. The federal government has come under fire over threat to impose a state of emergency in Anambra over insecurity, which the federal government has been criticized for expressing its readiness to declare a state of emergency in Anambra ahead of the November 6th governorship election in the state. As it is, the governorship election that they are even talking about, see what is happening to Chiwetalagu now for wearing Biafran, I don't know, attire. Now, you think the election would still hold? Because they have been saying that Yoruba Nation said that there won't be election in Nigeria come 2023. Now, the Yoruba would say, you see what is happening now. So, for them to think November 6th, there will be governorship election. For what is happening now? Foul. Well, news recalled that the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, had said that the federal government would do everything in its power to ensure that election is held in Anambra, despite the wave of attacks, killings, and insecurity in the state. Anambra. Well, if I could recall, Anambra, Onisha, Nnewi. This is not Imo State. Even Imo State, that is being said that violence and killing or destruction of a police reformation is held. They have not even deemed it fit to give a state of emergency, let alone Anambra State. Well, I don't know where Malami has got that from. Well, from one senior advocate of Nigeria who was interviewed on channel services, the threat, to impose a state of emergency in Anambra State would not work. Because if we could recall vividly, the last 6 years, there has never been violence in Anambra State. So why would they, give this threat of state of emergency? Well, many Nigerians and groups are wondering why the government would threaten to declare a state of emergency in Anambra while ignoring Katsina, Kaduna, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Niger, where kidnapping, killings, and harassing are ongoing in large scale. Well, the federal government's threat is an embarrassment to the nation. Well, Ohaneze Ndigbo has replied, and the Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Group described the threat by the federal government to declare state of emergency in Anambra State over insecurity challenges as embarrassment to the nation. Chidozie Alex Ogbonnia, National Publicity Secretary Ohaneze Ndigbo, in a telephone interview with Daily Independent in Enugu on Wednesday, wondered why the government was yet to declare state of emergency in Plateau State, Benue, Kaduna, Borno, and other northern states where people are being killed daily en masse, especially in Borno State, where killing in mass is going on. Even in Kaduna, there is no state of emergency. Why Anambra? What is the business of Anambra with this thing? Or is it because the governorship election that is going to come up, APC wants to, outplay or downplay or be to be politically correct? This is politics. But notwithstanding, he said the insecurity situation the federal government is referring to in Anambra is nothing to compare to northern states where people are killed and kidnapped every day. Why didn't they declare state of emergency in those states yet? Ogbonnia asked. We want to inform our people that Igbo leaders as well as Southeast governors are on top of the situation in Anambra and other states in the region, as the challenges we are facing currently will soon be a thing of the past in our region. With the investigation so far, people carrying out the gruesome murder in this region are hired from other states, yes, and they would soon be exposed, so there is no need to nurse any fear, definitely. So because this thing I said, they have been imported down as machinery to come and destabilize the people of Ndigbo, just because Nnamdi Kanu and the indigenous people of Biafra are trying to agitate for a separate state, and that is why those that deem it fit that they want to scatter this Nigeria, they are called themselves Buhari and Malami, and they are releasing all these threats because we all know where the handwriting is written from. Right, the Buhari-led APC wants to manipulate Anambra Guba election, which I said, and the PDP are, saying that they want to manipulate, to use this as a yardstick or an opportunity to, downplay and also manipulate the Anambra election, and that's why they are thinking of the state of emergency. What is the business of Anambra and state of emergency? What is really happening? There is no issue of insecurity. The People's Democratic Party also kicked against the plans by the Buhari-led APC government to impose a state of emergency in Anambra State. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Kola Olobodiyan, the PDP accused the All Progressive Congress APC of planning to use the state of emergency to suppress the people, manipulate the process and rig the governorship election for its candidate. Yes, PDP said also this demand is predicated on apprehensions in the public space that the spate of insecurity in Anambra is contrived to heighten tension in the state so as to derail the democratic process to the advantage of the APC. Definitely, it is really clear and shown that in the previous statement and my news that I released now, that even the soldiers, brutalize what's it called, Chiweta Alago, the Nollywood actor. So they are really planning their way into rigging Anambra. So they want APC to get over all Nigeria so that they can get the lands in Nigeria and grab it. So the handwriting is written on the wall, and Opus Odima is not saying it. What's it called? David Umahi of Ebonyi State is not saying it. So they are being gullible just because of their pocket, and they are not saying anything, because when this whole saga of APC gets hold of all the old states in Nigeria, definitely Nigeria will belong to the northern people, because they have hijacked All Progressive Congress from national leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That one is in London, wasting his own whole life there. I believe they are all going there to visit him. That's where he will roughen. He thinks he wants to come and become president of the nation. Okay, let's watch and see. Now they have given the mandate to May Malabuni, governor, one of the governors in northern state, is now the chairman caretaker of APC. Can you see that they are not seeing anything? They have hijacked the All Progressive Congress from Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and they have sidelined so many people, because I believe the All Progressive Congress started with all these Yoruba people. So Yoruba now, they have been deviated. So they have now given May Malabuni, they've given him the chairman caretaker. So what they do now is just to have a meeting in a closed door meeting, and they disseminate information without carrying anybody along, carrying all these pioneers and stakeholders of APC along. This is an handwriting on the wall, and they are not saying it. Okay, let's watch and see how it goes. The PDP insists that the federal government has the capacity to ensure peace in Anambra before, during, and even after the election, if it's so desired. We therefore invite the President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to be guided accordingly. Our party also charges the people of Anambra State to remain calm and alert, as well as take steps within the ambit of the law to resist plots by the APC to derail the electoral process on its inordinated ambition to seize Anambra through the back door. Definitely, that's what is going to happen. They want to seize Anambra through the back door by releasing a state of emergency, and that's why the Nigerians and the House of Senate, either minority leader or the majority, are clamoring for electronic transmission. If there is electronic transmission, what is the business with a state of emergency? Why would people go out to vote? You can stay in your room and vote. If there is electronic transmission, you can stay in your room and vote. So what is the big deal? Or even if you want to vote through the electronic transmission, you can also be in your confined zone, maybe on your street, in your community. When there is transmission, you can vote, thumbprint, and do all sorts. So they will disseminate information. The result will come out through the electronic transmission. But as it is now, APC and the Buhari-led administration wants to hijack Nigeria through these means, but it may not really work well. I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.